Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to the Module 1 of Technical Analysis Foundation, the complete professional trading course for beginners. Before we start, I would like to ask you guys one question. Can traders truly make consistent money? You probably asked yourself the same question before, or even multiple times. Until now, after trading for 9 years, whenever I tell my family or friends what I'm doing for a living, some of them still see trading as gambling. They see me nothing more than a lucky gambler. Definitely not a reliable way to depend your life on. But on the other hand, why there's so many traders not only just make very good living, but also make a huge impact in our society? Then it all comes down to this simple question. Can traders truly make consistent money? Well, the short answer is yes. The longer answer I can give you is yes, but only when you have an edge. And this is what technical analysis is all about. It's nothing more than a tool to help traders find the edge that works for them and makes consistent profits in different market environments. So how to define a trader's edge? How do you define a trader's edge? We define a trader has an edge if he can identify entry and exit point in the market so that over a large sample size, the total amount he earns from his winning trades is greater than the total amount he loses from his losing trades. There are three key points in this definition. First, you need to have a proper technical approach to tell you when to enter the market and when to get out. Second, you need to make a decent amount of trades for your edge to work. Third, your edge is not only about having more winning trades than losing trades. It's also about how much you can make from your winning trades and how much you lose from your losing trades. When I started learning how to trade 9 years ago, I was using this formula called expected value formula or expectancy formula. This is how it works. K represents the number of possible scenarios. In trading, there are only two scenarios. Either you win or you lose. So the value of K is 2. X represents the value of your total payoff in each scenario. For example, in trading, we can use X1 to represent the total amount of money we can earn if we have a winning trade. And we can use X2 to represent the total amount of money you lose when you have a losing trade. And P represents the probability of each scenario. This is easy to understand. We can use P1 to represent the probability of winning trades, and P2 represents the probability of losing trades. Let's take a look at one simple example. Imagine there are two traders, Trader A and Trader B. Trader A has 50% win rate, and when he wins, he earns $100, and when he loses the same amount, $100. And then there's a Trader B. Trader B has the same win rate as Trader A. However, when Trader B wins, he makes sure he earns $200. But whenever he loses nothing more than $100. The question is, who is a better trader here? To answer this question, we can use the expected value formula to calculate how much they can expect to earn on each trade they make. For Trader A, we use the win rate, which is 0.5, multiplied by 100, the amount of money he can earn, plus his losing rate, which is also 50%, 0.5, multiply the amount of money he will lose, which is negative 100. And we will get the expected value for Trader A on each trade is $0. With the same formula, on Trader B, we can get the expected value for Trader B on each trade is $50 in profit. So the answer is obvious. Trader B is a much better trader. Over a large amount of sample size, Trader B has $50 higher expected value on each trade than Trader A. There are a couple of more things I would like to highlight on the concept of expected value here. First, the value of probability P is defined from a large sample size. So a trader has to make a decent amount of trades to test if his system has an edge or not. How many trades can be considered as decent amount? It really depends on your trading style. For example, if you're a short-term swing trader like me, 20 trades a month is pretty decent number to evaluate. Second, you will notice that there are two different variables in the formula, P and X. It actually represents two different broad approaches of technical trading. Some traders focus on finding high probability trades, where others focus on finding the trades that have excellent risk to reward ratio. Neither of these two is better than the other. Find the one that works the best for you. Third, Not only for professional traders, the concept of expected value is widely applied in many other areas too. For example, the professional poker players. They design their poker strategies heavily depends on the concept of expected value. So once you understand this very important concept, the expected value, we can actually simplify how we define a trader's edge. If a trader has an edge, it simply means over a decent amount of trades he makes, the expected value of each trade is positive, which means it's profitable. Alright, we understand the definition and importance of having an edge in the market. And now I'm about to review one of the biggest secrets of how professional traders make consistent profits. They trade like a casino owner, not like a customer. Let me explain. This is how casino owners make money. Casino owners purposely rig the game so that they can make sure casinos will have a better betting edge against players. Because of this betting edge, over a long period of time and millions of bets, casinos will have a positive expected value on each bet, and the players will have a negative value. And the players will have a negative expected value on each bet. On the emotional level, players also have disadvantages. Because of human nature, players' emotions always swing between fear and greed constantly, where casino owners have zero influence by emotions. Why? Because all they do is just set a game rule and hire a bunch of people, strictly follow the rules, and then run the games for them. Casino owners understand the law of large numbers better than anyone else. That's why you will always see the casinos provide free drinks, free food, discount hotel rooms, and many other attractive benefits to attract more customers. Because they know more customers means more bets, and more bets means more profits for the casinos. Let's take a look at one example, the game of roulette. Probably one of the most common games in any casinos. Most people believe that this is a game of 50-50 chance. However, in reality, it's not. The casinos rig the game by adding 2 green slots to create a higher betting edge against players and that favors the casinos. So here's the math behind it. There are 38 slots in total, 18 in red, 18 in black, and 2 in green. If we do the calculation, we'll find out that for each round, the casino will have 52.6% win rate, and the player will have 47.4% win rate. It means casino has 5.2% higher chance of winning. Well, you probably think, that's not much. But you need to understand that over a long run, for every $1,000 a player bet, a casino will make $52 out of this player. For every $1 million play, that's a profit of $52,000 to the casinos. If we use the expected value formula here, we can easily calculate that the expected value of one single $1,000 bet is positive $50 in profit for the casinos. Then, what if a player makes 1,000 bets and every bet worth $1,000? Let's do the math. The total value of this player's bet is $1 million. With 52.6 win rate, the casino can profit $526,000 from this player. On the other hand, the casino will lose $474,000 to this player as a loss. So if we added up this together, we can see that that's $52,000 profit for the casinos. So how can we apply all this to trading? Before you place your first trade, you need to make sure that you have a trading system with an edge. Just like how casinos design a game with a betting edge favors the casinos. Your trading system has to contain 2 major parts, strategy and rules. Strategy helps you navigate the market, find the high probability trade setups, and tell you where to enter and when to get out. Rules decide the maximum amount you can lose per trade and also help you execute your strategy properly without any emotional interference. We will have an entire module talking about how you can design your trading system, so no worries for now if you don't understand what a trading system is. Alright, let's take a look at one real-life example of how we can apply it to trading. Let's imagine we have 3 traders here, Trader A, Trader B, and Trader C. For Trader A, her initial capital is $10,000, and she decided to risk 1% of her entire capital on each trade, which is $100. Her risk to reward ratio is 1 to 3, which means for every trade, she risked $100 to earn $300, and her trading system has a win rate of 60%. So in 3 months' time, Trader A made 100 trades in total. Based on her trading system, her win rate is 60%, so she has 60 winning trades out of 100 trades. Each winning trade profits $300. So she earns in total $18,000 from her winning trades. Now what about losing trades? In total, Trader A had 40 losing trades, and she loses $100 in each losing trade. So her total loss is $4,000. Now we can see that after 100 trades over 3 month period of time, Trader A can generate $12,000 in profit. That's 120% return out of her original capital, $10,000. We can also use the expected value formula to calculate. Well, I will leave this as an exercise for you guys. Please pause this video here and quickly go through the formula on your own. Alright, let's take a look at the Trader B. Trader B has the same initial capital and the same maximum risk per trade. And his risk to reward ratio is 1 to 3. It's exactly like Trader A. However, the difference is that Trader B, his win rate is only 30%, which means for every 10 trades he made, 7 of them were losing trade. You probably think after 100 trades, Trader B will definitely lose money because his win rate is pretty bad compared with Trader A. Well, let's look at the result. The expected value of one single trade for Trader B is actually $20 in profit, not loss. And after 100 trades, Trader B actually ends up with $2,000 in total profits. That's 20% return, with only 30% win rate. You might ask, how did Trader B generate 20% of the return if he only makes money 3 times out of 10 trades? The answer hides in his risk to reward ratio. He makes sure whenever he wins, he earns 3 times more than he loses on his losing trade. And that's the definition of edge for Trader B. Now let's look at Trader C. Same initial capital, same risk per trade, but for Trader C, his risk to reward ratio is 2 to 1, which means on each trade, he risks $100 to make just $50. His win rate is 60%, pretty good, way much better than Trader B. Well, then what about Trader C's result? Let's take a look. The expected value of one single trade for Trader C is $20 in total. After 100 trades, Trader C actually lost $2,000 in total. That results in 20% loss. Even though his win rate is as high as 60%, he can still lose money. From this example, we can clearly see that the best way to maximize our profits in trading is to do what Trader A does. Find high probability trades with excellent risk to reward ratio. But why in the real world it's so difficult to do that? It's because there is a third component. It's intangible, which we call psychological edge. This is the mental system that helps professional traders execute each trade according to their rules without any emotional interference. And this leads us to the 3 pillars of professional trading. First, you need to have a trading system that helps you to find high probability trade setups. In this course, we will teach you the exact techniques on how to find those trade setups with statistical edge. Second, you need to have an asymmetric risk to reward ratio, meaning when you lose small, and when you win big. Learning how to take small risk to achieve big reward is the key to succeed in a game of chance. And third, you need to have a consistent psychological edge to support your trading execution. Trading is like driving. No matter how many books you read about cars or how the car works, when you are eventually sitting in the car on your own and driving on the real road, if you never drive a car before, you will definitely get nervous and you will make mistakes. And some of those mistakes might take your life. Think about it. Sitting in a vehicle with a speed of 80 miles per hour is actually a pretty dangerous thing. But if you are an experienced driver, driving can be as easy as just staying in your lane. Nothing scary at all because the experienced drivers have this mental ability to take full control of their vehicles according to different road situations. Not the other way around, not like the car or the road situations to control them. Trading is the same. If you follow the process, your experience will give you this consistent psychological edge to allow you to take full control of your system and execute your trades, follow your rules properly, no matter what kinds of market environments you're in. And these are the three pillars of professional trading. Legendary trader Jesse Livermore once said, "Confidence is not I will profit on this trade. Confidence is I will be fine if I don't profit from this trade because I still have my edge." Find your edge in the market, trade like a casino owner, and never forget the three pillars of professional trading. This is the end of Module 1. Thanks so much for watching, guys. In the next module, I will share with you guys some of the most powerful chart reading techniques I'm still using today to find my edge in the market. I'll see you guys in Module 2.